Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from, and thanks for following. We're coming to you live from the compounds of the Liberia Broadcasting System. And this morning, His Excellency, the President Boakai, is expected here to carry out an inspection of the already ongoing LBS Broadcast Complex project. And so this morning, as you can see, the compound is already filled with the presence of security officers from the Executive Protection Service. We also see in the compound of the LBS some of our Chinese partners. Right behind me is the Director General Eugene Lamin Fagon, and he's sorting out all of the modalities this morning to receive His Excellency and welcome him to the compound. Director, can I have a word quickly before you leave? I see this morning you are very busy and you are sorting out all the necessary modalities to welcome His Excellency for what's expected to be an inspection tour and an official visit here at the Liberia Broadcasting System. Run us through what do we expect from His Excellency upon his visit here.
Well, it's not what we expect, it's what he's actually coming to do, and that is to inspect the new television and radio expansion complex, which is right behind you there.
So maybe we should face it also.
Then, of course, after that inspection,
sure,
he will be looking at some of the progress we've done here or at the LBS since we took over a year and a half ago. He was here in April to break grounds for this complex.
Sure.
He gave us praises for the way we kept our place, but hopefully today we want to show him what we've done extra, so that he comes in again and see, and then we'll be looking forward to a major decision taking here today in the interest of the workers here.
Over a period of 2 years, a lot has changed here at the LBS with my own experience. You care to tell us what do you expect to show His Excellency Mr. President today upon his arrival?
Just few of the changes, because if we decide to take him on a tour, it will take so much time. We are limited to a particular length of time. That is, he can be here because he has other engagements, but we will show him one or two things that we've done. Of course, there's no telling everybody how we've transformed this place from the workers' welfare to infrastructure, transportation, pay grades and stuff like that. It's no telling what we can show him. If time permits and he tells us that he's going to hang out with us, then we're going to show him more. But for now, we're going to limit it to some of the specifics that we want him to see and be able to help with.
This broadcast complex upon completion is expected to revolutionize and transform broadcast and media in Liberia. What should Liberians expect upon completion of this project from you precisely?
Well, they should expect nothing more than real serious service. They should expect performance. They should expect a service delivery second to none. I repeat, second to none. As it stands now, we're the leading media house in the country, and that is why when we took over, we said LBS will never be the same.
Sure.
LBS will not play second fiddle. LBS will not succumb to other media outlets. And since we took over under his administration, we've proven that we are now the leading media entity in the country. We cover 15 political subdivisions, and in keeping with our own mandate and the advice of the president, we expect in a couple of days our equipments to arrive from Europe, either tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or the day after. We will set our sail for Nimba and Lufa to bring television to the people of those counties in a way like never seen before. The people are enjoying television right now in the southeast, and when it comes to radio, by the time the Chinese are done with us, we will be able to transmit signals as far as Guinea, Sierra Leone and La Côte d'Ivoire.
I expect you will say much once His Excellency comes, so thanks for granting us the opportunity.
My pleasure always. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Director General Eugene Lamin Fagon there talking to us here, and right behind us is the LBS Broadcast Complex. Let me walk you there quickly and just show you what the entry looked like. We will not go in there until His Excellency comes, so we can give you the surprise. But if you can see from behind us, this is the entry to a project that's expected to transform and revolutionize broadcasting in Liberia. If I can just take you right here at this gate, or right here at the fence that covers this entire construction project, you will see these aesthetic looking designs of the LBS Broadcast Complex once it's completed. This is under the China Aid project of refurbishment and expansion of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Can you hold this, please? And if you look right here, you are seeing right here on this board this aesthetic, nice looking design, state-of-the-art looking design. This project is expected to feature a whole lot. Speaking of state-of-the-art international level television studios, from here we're also expecting in the compound, follow me, let me show you again. Also in the compound, this project is also expected to feature a full-size parking lot. It's expected to also feature a full-size parking lot. Also expected to feature a mini museum. It's also expected to feature conference rooms, multiple studios, and this nice balcony you're looking at right up here. And in the back there, we're also seeing that the project will also have a parking lot also upon completion. Now look at this design. Now if you can come a little closer, let me show you what I'm talking about when I speak of the parking lot. Also, if you look behind there are vehicles parked. Upon completion, this project will also have a full-size parking lot right in there. If you ever been to the LBS before, you will know what the particular location where this project is being constructed. There is sufficient space to also hold a parking lot. The old canteen where the LBS staff used to have their lunch is going to be removed, and that particular spot is going to be used for the parking lot. Here is another amazing looking design of what the project is expected to look like upon completion. If you have not seen these images have been here in the compound of the LBS since His Excellency President Boakai broke ground for this project a few months back. And as we can speak now, this project is already at top roof level and lots of work is already taking place. If you can look from above the fence as what you're looking at with the kind of work that is ongoing currently. As we speak, there are engineers in there working on a daily basis. Here in the compound of LBS, there are equipment being brought in every day from China, imported into the country for the purpose of this project. You heard it from the Director General a few moments ago that there are several equipments that are on their way to Liberia, and any moment from now they will be in country and they will be dispatched across the country in places like Nimba, in Lofa, to help beef up the broadcast capacity of the Liberia broadcasting system. Now let's go right where the event is going to be held today once His Excellency President Boakai appears. Over there we already have the guests seated. We also have some of our Chinese partners already seated there, waiting to see the arrival of His Excellency President Joseph Boakai. Right behind me, we are having the Chinese Ambassador Yin Chinwu, and his delegation from the Chinese embassy. They are already seated here at the LBS compound, awaiting His Excellency the President to arrive quickly for this event. So if you look behind me, right behind me, there is the Chinese Ambassador Yin Chinwu. He's already here, and this project, of course, as you are aware, is being sponsored by China under what is called the China-aided Liberia Broadcasting System Refurbishment and Advancement Project. So wherever you're watching us from, we'll rejoin you quickly once His Excellency President Boakai arrives here on the compounds of the Liberia Broadcasting System. So we cannot go into the compounds where the construction works is taking place. That's a surprise we're keeping for you, because once President Boakai arrives, he will make his way in there and tour the facility, greet the workers, see the work that is ongoing, and have his own appreciation of the project. It's been a few months now since he dug the ground to officially break ground for the construction of this project, and after a few months he's coming back to inspect the work and see what's already ongoing. But if you can see for yourselves already, massive efforts has already been made, and this project is already at group level. They're plastering, they're scraping floors, they're mounting ties. What's left basically now is installation of equipment to bring to life this state-of-the-art broadcast complex. So wherever you're following us from, we will rejoin you once His Excellency President Boakai arrives here on the grounds of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This was just a brief build-up just to show you the construction works, and not necessarily the construction works, but to show you what the ground looks like. and what is expected upon the arrival of His Excellency President Boakai. There are a bunch of media institutions that are already here, cameras mounted, seats are already positioned, the folks are already seated and waiting to welcome His Excellency President Boakai, and of course, so this is obviously going to be a brief visit of the president to the Liberia Broadcasting System. This is going to be his, I guess, his second official visit to the LBS. Correct me if I'm wrong, since the inception of this government in January. So it's obviously going to be President Boakai's second official visit to the Liberia Broadcasting System. His first official visit basically was when he broke ground for this LBS Broadcast Complex. So the president also has been coming to this compound on several occasions. I still remember President Boakai being interviewed in the 99.9 FM studio, which is also under the Chinese refurbishment project. Several studios here at the Liberia Broadcasting System. His Excellency President Boakai have toured and visited these studios to have his own appreciation of what some of these projects look like. The Director General Eugene Lamin Fagon made mention of not wanting to speak of some of the efforts that his administration has been undertaking in the period of 2 years since they took over. But some of these efforts include refurbishment of some of the facilities here at the Liberia Broadcasting System, including a brand new canteen that was built by the Chinese government that is now being used by staffers of the Liberia Broadcasting System. So there are more that are expected to be shown upon the arrival of President Joseph Boakai here today, once he comes to tour the construction project of the LBS Broadcast Complex that is already ongoing. Now I keep saying this project is expected to transform and revolutionize media and broadcasting Liberia upon broadcast. We're talking about international levels of broadcast television studios upon completion. This project is over $5 million project. It's being undertaken by the Chinese government in collaboration with the Liberian government. So wherever you're watching us on and wherever you're following us from, in the next few minutes, upon the arrival of His Excellency President Boakai, we'll rejoin you here on this LNTV Liberia Live. So watch this space. My name is Anthony Williams and my entire team will be here to bring you this live coverage. Bye-bye for now. Folks, welcome back and thanks for joining us. We are back here now on the second lap of President Boakai's visit to LBS, and like we said, His Excellency President Boakai will pay an inspection visit here at the LBS compound of the ongoing construction works of the LBS Broadcast Complex. And so we are getting signs that His Excellency the President will be arriving here any moment from now. And so every necessary thing has been put in place already. Safety hats, reflectors, all necessary formalities have been put in place. Also behind us here we have the Director General Eugene Lamin Fagon, and also some of the Chinese Ambassador Yin Chenwu, and along with Director General Lamin Fagon and his team, we also see the Deputy Director General for Administration, the Deputy for Rural Broadcasting, Deputy for Public Affairs, Technical Services, Media Services. They're all lined up and waiting to receive His Excellency the President. I'll be joined shortly by LNTV Edward Tamba, who is also on the standby to join us on this broadcast. But as you can look on the far left there, that is the LBS broadcast. Okay, and also we are being told that this broadcast is also on ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. So wherever you're following us from, we ask you to kindly listen to us there on the frequency. Let me join Edward Tamba quickly, who will be with me on this broadcast today. And so wherever you're watching from, this is LBS, the Liberia Broadcasting System, and of course we're getting signs that His Excellency President Boakai will be arriving any moment from now. If you just show the camera there at the main entry, the gate has already been opened, and the security from the Executive Protection Service are already there making the necessary preps to ensure that His Excellency arrives here at the LBS compound. So we've already been given the necessary signal that any moment from now he will be here. But if you just look into the compound, this is the LBS Broadcast Complex that is currently under construction. His Excellency President Boakai will be visiting. In there, the engineers are also residing here in the compound of the LBS. They've built makeshift structures to host the engineers that are constructing this project. Same case as the preparations are underway for the construction of the crossover, or the crossovers at the Congo Town area. They've also build similar massive structures at the SKD Sports Complex for the engineers that will be undertaking this construction. So let me join Edward Tama quickly from LNTV. Edward, maybe you can just stand right by me. Yes. Thanks for joining this broadcast. His Excellency President Boakai visits the LBS to inspect the ongoing construction of the broadcast complex.
I think it's important because, Anthony, it's also good to let the public know that this is the second time the president is coming. I think in less than a year at the compound of the Liberia Broadcasting System.
Sure.
And so it shows you and it tells you exactly what it means, how important the president takes the media, especially the national broadcaster in his government. So it's important to note that, and also it's also important to note that he's coming to also tour this ongoing construction of the expansion of the radio and television of the Liberia Broadcasting System.
Definitely. Go right ahead, Edward.
So
we are with the arrival of His Excellency. We just saw the first vehicle arriving there. It appears he might be in the compound any moment from now.
Like you said, anytime from now, the president will be arriving, and you already introduced the leaders of the Liberia Broadcasting System, the managers who are making sure that the system moves. So anytime from now, we will be receiving His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Joseph Nyuma Boakai.
And I'm already hearing the sounds of the syringe already whining. I'm also hearing the noise, the construction guys jubilating. They're obviously happy to receive His Excellency from what it looks like.
But Anthony, look at this construction. We don't want to jumpstart what the president is about to talk already. But if you see this construction, it tells you that it is far above schedule. It's far over the schedule. The guys are doing extremely well to ensure that
it was previously scheduled to be a 2-year project. We've gone less than that time, and this massive improvement has been made already.
So I have no doubt that the president will be extremely impressed with what's going on here. So just seeing the arrival
of the vehicles now.
Of the vehicles.
The first vehicle has made its way in.
Of course.
It's another vehicle here that
couple of officials.
We see the special aid of His Excellency the President. We see the special aid of His Excellency the President. They will greet the Director General, Eugene Lamin Fagon.
That tells you anytime from now the president
these are signals of the arrival of His Excellency the President.
Be here. Again, this is the second time the president is coming.
Terrence, the special aid of His Excellency.
Terrence, yes.
With Eugene Lamin Fagon, the Director General. But also, Edward, outside of the compound, there's cheering from Liberians who are lined up to His Excellency the President.
Yes. So the president over the past 18 months of his leadership has been able to tackle some of the very important things, ranging from tackling corruption, ranging from tackling the issue of development, the rules, and all of that. So the president must be having a quite huge support from Liberians all across.
So there is a vehicle now of His Excellency the President driving in. It's going to just park right before the construction site where Eugene Lamin Fagon and his team are waiting to officially receive him. So the vehicle will now park, and so there is it. There it comes. And in there, His Excellency the President.
We can officially say the president has arrived.
Definitely.
His Excellency has arrived, and he will disembark his vehicle as per the protocol. He will disembark his vehicle. A couple of officials, a couple of third security personnel,
of course,
to ensuring the safety of the president. That's very important.
Very vital.
Very important. So any time from now, the door of the president
will now be open. He comes out,
of course.
So there he is.
So he's about to disembark. Just about to disembark his vehicle.
There he is,
and he looks quite young.
Of course, obviously, he always looks young.
He looks quite young.
He looks quite young. That way. So giving handshake to the directors now. He has greeted the Director General already. The Chinese ambassador has also shook the hand of the president. He's been introduced. The Director General will now introduce his colleagues to the president.
So the president is now having that handshake with the rest of the deputies of LBS. They've been introduced by the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Eugene Fagon, and of course all of the guys are here to ensure that the president.
Go in quick. Why?
So that's the security protocol. So now they've been we've been told to go in. So the president has been given a PPE since he's touring. Of course, once he's touring the construction site, he's been given a PPE to wear. He's been given his helmet. And you've seen that brief chat with the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Eugene Fagon. So he will now begin to tour the facilities of the Liberia Broadcasting System, this ongoing television and radio expansion project has been funded by the Chinese government. Of course,
you got a plan. Okay. Wait, D, don't rush. D, go inside quick. Alright, so now inside the building itself now, and His Excellency the President is making his way here. Go in front of our camera.
Okay, Mr. President, let's sample of 7 of these. These are well-constructed studios. This entire edifice will host all of our radio stuff, including television. So this one is just a sample of everything we have, like 4 of these upstairs, and we'll have another 4 downstairs. So apart from that, we have building. If you go to the next part of the building, they build a very big reservoir like this, just for only water. In case of fire, there's fire incident, this and that. That whole storage is filled with water, well, 15,000 gallon of water storage. So in case of fire, we just use that facility to put the fire out. So it's a splendid building. They've started doing the electrical process already. So looking at the time they get by, late October, September, we are very hopeful this complex will be complete.
And ready for use. As I said, this is a sample. This is the glass you always see in the studio. So this is where all of the equipments and stuff will be. And this is where the interviews and stuff will be conducted. So in real time, we can leave from Studio 1. You can be in Studio 2 holding an interview. Another person can be waiting in Studio 3. Another person can be in Studio 4. So as we switch from here, so it's a modern complex. We will have OB facilities. We're expected to have an OB truck. As a matter of fact, the OB truck is here. The OB truck is already here. So from this building, maybe we'll let you look at the outside of the building. We'll go to where they've done the tower already. They've installed everything on the tower. They've also given us a canteen. And besides that, they've installed all of the equipment. So they work in teams. Now we had one 10,000 watt transmitter. All of what you see this country has been using is like 1.5 transmitter. The Chinese repaired a 10,000 watt transmitter that we have, and they're bringing in another 10,000 watt, which is capable of taking any information out of here, dissemination wise, to parts of Sierra Leone, parts of Cote d'Ivoire, parts of Guinea will take over the country as we are now, but we're using small relays in the counties. But when we install the 10,000 watt transmitter, it will just take us the whole country. We're using 500 kVA right now, outside there, given to us when you came by LEC. We've rated them. The Chinese has asked us to get 1 megawatt, and we're in talks with them, and hopefully they are going to do that according to the new managing director. So this is the building that you broke grounds for. Because of time, we're giving you a sample. All of what you see here is what is replicated up there. All around the places is the same thing. And then it will be well furnished, and I can assure you state-of-the-art equipment will be brought in by the Chinese. We've already seen our OB van. It's here already, well structured and well furnished for the road, for whatever purpose we want to use it for. So we'll take you on the outside of the building. They've already constructed where the 1 meg is supposed to be.
So it's fine. Yes. Take it easy. So folks, you are just listening to the Director General Eugene Lamine Fagon, and the Technical Deputy Director General Buffett Lloyd, briefing His Excellency the President about what this structure looks like. And so we've just been brought here into one of the samples. And so His Excellency is making his way out now. He has toured at least the basic portion of the building, and so we're making our way out now. Wherever you're watching and listening to us from, hope you're listening to ELBC Radio also. Chief, this is national television.
Mr. President, are you impressed with what you see? Not yet.
So the president is touring every part.
You gotta be close. That was a mic will go off.
The president is touring every part of the project.
You gotta be close so it doesn't go off.
So the president is having a handshake with the workers on the.
That 767 is the radio station. This is not all of them in here now. Instead of having them all over the place, we're going to just centralize them right here.
So we're making our way out now. His Excellency the President has already toured the basic parts of the building. So we're going out now. We're being told that His Excellency is expected to speak to the press, provided if he does speaks to the press, we will really appreciate that.
So I'm told the president will be led in the main building of the Liberia Broadcasting System, where another tour will be the theater.
So we're going now into the theater. If you all know the famous LBS Theater, which is now under renovation, His Excellency will want to have his own appreciation of this particular infrastructure. It's a giant-sized hall theater that is being worked on here at the LBS. So let's give you an appreciation of what it looks like before President Boakai.
The theater of the Liberia Broadcasting System currently,
so
where construction is ongoing, and my colleague Anthony Nara is here. So the president will be coming into the theater anytime. He's already entering this.
Yes, obviously. I want to hand this mic to the DG.
Yes. So I think Anthony and I can use just one mic.
Equipment's in here, and it was being treated as a warehouse. We cleaned it up nicely. We did some cleaning work and some reconditioning since we took over.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, if you can push back journalists, please move. I want him to see the stage over there. We constructed this stage. When I paid you a visit, you said you would like to talk to the young people of this country. You would like to bring the program called Changing the Tune. So we structured it in a way, we constructed this stage, tiling and everything. If you go in there, we're going to have a curtain here. Most of the camera people will be behind the glass you see over there. They will be hanging also from up there. So we'll be broadcasting to the whole country as well as 54 countries in Africa by way of multi-TV and also SATCOM. All right, in there will be where you will come from. The curtains will be June. When you walk up those stairs and take your seat, there will be live audiences here. People will be seated in I'll be charging small tea.
I know.
Because, and then we'll also have advertisement, sponsors, because once you have a show here, this is going to give us some money. And once you have that show live, it will be coming from back there, a bathroom, everything is being done back there, a cooling area for you, everything, so that it will not be you alone, but every month when you come to have that program here, we'll have people who come in to watch the program live, as well as those around the world watching it live by way of the media. So this is the place. We are constrained a little bit because most of our finances we intend to use for this place has been used to pay contractors that you've already given us money for. We'll show that to you. You gave us money last year in the budget to augment our force to about 265. The money was never utilized because there were bottlenecks. This year we've gone 6 months. Your Excellency, every month our record will show you that we pay $15,000 to contractors. Had it not been that weight on us, you would have been talking to this country and this studio would have been ready. But we cannot let these people go. We met them here. They were not on the payroll, so we had to bring them in. We've been paying them for 1.5 years now, whereas the money the government gave us is there. So we hope that will change with your visit here because we'll provide you with the records that the money you gave us since last year is there. The one you gave us this year is there. We only need to utilize it so that we can hold back that money and use it to do better than we are doing even now. So we'll take you to the language place quickly. Media people, hold on.
So we're now heading to the Rural Broadcasting Department. It's just right around the corner, and His Excellency the President has already seen the theater. So let's now go to the Rural Broadcasting Department.
I'm from LBS.
It's just a small office. Canteen, we gotta do our work.
No, but let's go.
Edward?
Yes.
Edward, this is the office of the Rural Broadcasting.
Yes.
So we are already in here.
And I think it's also important that the president has realized the importance of the rural languages or the national languages, and he's come to pay them a visit, which is very important as well.
Definitely.
So the president, anytime from now, he will be entering, and the securities are trying to control the number of reporters that have come to cover the president.
This was where the rural broadcasting people were. The people who speak the different dialect. What you see announcer? Yeah. When the party said thank you, you gotta interpret it. So as you can see, where the chairs? All right. So our people sat on 4 little tables along with makeshift chairs. But as you can see, the pin scent is still fresh. We've been going time to time. And I can assure you that the money I charged at Meter to cover the program, 80% was utilized in here to modernize this place. So our people now sit in boarding chairs. We are hopeful that when the equipment comes in, that they will have laptops and things. And this goes for all the areas over there. If you can open up, let him see. The same thing for all of them. They come in, yes, they may speak the local vernacular. That's what they announce in, that's what they give their news in. But we believe they deserve some dignity with respect to how we operate. As I speak to you, in the next 2 days, we'll be getting our television equipment from Europe that you told Mr. Ngafua about. They are en route. They'll be here in the next 2 days. So hopefully, I don't know where the technical guy is, but we hope that by July 26th, Lofa and Nimba will have television like never seen before. And so this is what you see of your people. What is it another? So you get 1 minute to get the news into or what we say here.
Kishala was a pare halinde baba nyachu ole mbelabe ni akori. Mikiri nyako ma komna no ole ndende falo jusa nyuma Boakai. How oche na yona nche yona lendo purawira LBS. Komna no ocho na me so na oche a izizi ikepera ngocha de la yago. De la baba nyachu. Me ka chepe nyenye komna no ocho din oche na yona ho na no pare halin lole ya o hambo ko bi lole ngomme bo do twelen. Ije yakoda do non te benu. Leland o de la changa ni achu keke acha hu no holobi chem do aje men no to keke acha hu no nan call abanum do na ha ten nanu kodala to na wuye keke acha hu no ta kena ve buwa we kena ve buwa we kena ve buwa we be miro mwami aje peje pe dema ba hu mi de sia ba to kena ve lo ye dema mwami we ko le ba le mo ma kene ji ta pie ma wa ke ji a he mu ya ko ne le we o te mulega na me le ma go mu de ma.
His Excellency the President, responding to the vernacular, spoke to him previously. So we're going now to another location with Edward.
Yes,
just
so
His Excellency having a conversation with the vernacular.
And I actually enjoy the kissy part of it. So he's going to the canteen, the LBS Workers Union.
Our way. That's why.
Camp.
So I guess His Excellency is going to visit the newly constructed canteen, Edward.
Yes.
He's going to have his own appreciation of the place. Just the other day, Director General. Back home.
So he's just about to enter the canteen. His
Excellency is going to walk in here now, Edward. The canteen is quite cozy.
Very cozy, yeah.
From the air conditioner, you can tell.
So he's entering. So here's His Excellency. The Excellency has entered. And
good food set here. Like I said, we continue to provide some set of dignity to our people. We deserve better. So
It's all free.
huh? Oh no, but it's we charge very minimally. $300 for food here. NIA? 300 LP compared to the 1,000, 1,002. We eat the same kind of food. It's because at LBS we subsidize the canteen so that our workers can have food to eat. Now on this canteen, you will not believe this is the canteen you're looking at. But within the next 3 months, God's willing, by the time you take this road from almost up to 15,000, we have a clinic. It's right behind this wall. We're going to show you the tower from right here, this angle. You'll be looking at the tower. And that's the last place we would like for you to look at in the back. We're going to have a mini clinic there where they do their blood pressure, check their sugar, and if they have a headache, they can have some medication to take. We're going to hire a nurse here to be able to. So a healthy work environment will give you efficiency and effectiveness. And that's our vision. So we talk to the Chinese and they built this for us. Of course, we have to put everything in it, the air conditioning, the television, the seating. We have to do some extra touches to it, but it was worth our time, sir. It was worth our effort. So this is where our workers eat now in this modern era. We want to offer you, if you will accept, anything of your choice is on me.
I know you will correct me later.
So please make a way, His Excellency. And the final thing will be right on the airport.
Or at the airport?
Yeah, so
We shape very for the tea.
okay. So everything on you.
LBC and TV bring you live coverage of the president tour of the ongoing project here at the Liberia Broadcasting System. This project has been funded by the Chinese government.
What I wanted to show you is that open? These are main places right here. All right. Y'all wait. Media wait. Media just wait. Media just wait. Media just wait. When we come out, y'all can come in.
So His Excellency will now enter into the mini clinic here at the LBS. So it's in the back of the canteen. It also has a mini library, a mini resource center. So
I think it's important to give the president space, given the number of reporters that are here
definitely
today.
the place is overly crowded.
So
reporters.
we can blame the security for that. It's important to protect the president as well. So the president is now inspecting the mini clinic that's been constructed by the Liberia Broadcasting System.
So I kind of enjoy the way the security are more focused on the media guys.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of.
For some reason, it's always a close interaction.
Sure.
I know at times it becomes difficult between the press and the security, but it's always important that everybody respects your bounds. The security themselves have a duty to protect the president, no matter what we do. We ourselves have our duty to report the events,
do
our part. So,
basically, our part to be able to do our work. It's the way to tell you what to do that I enjoy,
Yeah. So at times,
tell you what to do.
At times is a language they speak, but it's always important. The president comes first. It's always good to protect the president. So no matter what. So the president is now coming out of that little clinic that's been constructed by the Liberia Broadcasting System.
Come. Come. We want to see if we can ask at least Mr. President a question if he grants us the opportunity.
Sure.
We don't know if where that is going to be done. He's making his way out.
But I think
he's probably. So Mr. President is going to be shown the tower also for him to have an appreciation of what the tower looks like.
Out.
We want to see if we have a question, if he accepts to, respond.
Hopefully he will.
Yeah.
Hopefully he will grant an interview with the media. Hopefully.
DG, can we have the interview now, sir?
No, not yet. We're going out there to say thank you.
All right. So His Excellency will go out there to say thanks to the staff first. We have been told he will have some time with the staff. So we're going to now make our way here where His Excellency will have a seat.
Sure, stick out.
Yeah, I guess just for some time from what we've been told. So we gotta go that way and get closer to the camera so we don't lose sound.
For LBC 99.9 and of course LNTV, we're bringing you live coverage of the ongoing tour of the President, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nima-Boakai. He is in a compound of the Liberia Broadcasting System to inspect the ongoing construction of the expansion and refurbishment of the Liberia Broadcasting System, radio and television.
No secret. You see me carry him outside in my office? Everything started from here. Everything happened outside here? Yeah. And I'm sorry for yourself? Okay. Mr. President, from our tour is very proud of your work. But I'm not coming to talk for the president. But the only thing I can say is why y'all wanted me to tell the president that I will tell you in 2 minutes. And I Mr. President, most of the people you see here are contractors. Last year, you put money on us to hire the people. Say last year they not hire them, Mr. President. Allah? No. This year again, we going 6 months. Every month we can pay 15,000. I'm talking about our friend in LRA. The taxes part we can't delay. In fact, they say they want to pay the possess. Allah? No. All the people here on radio, on TV, that contractor, me I won't lie. So contractor then we marry. But we gotta keep the system running. So, and now that we begging for budgetary increasement, we not say they must increase our budget. NIA, we say the money that you get already, they must please use it to pay our people. And we get the money. Yes. And the president killed yes. Last year, they not pay our people with it. This year, they not paying our people with it. So they find that in my hand. We're not adding no money. We're not begging for no money. The money what you get already, you say, yeah, $10. Hire 10 people. Last year, they didn't let us hire the 10 people. This year again, you only see $10. 6 months now pass. They don't want to use our money. That our only complaint we get today. NIA? Yes. Please, you have the list right here. Our own money. Please tell Joker, let him clear our money that you pay us. Pay our people. NIA? So we call the protocol now. You have the protocol card. Introduce the president protocol. But he can tell you thank you. Hey, finish?
Interesting how the DJs speak out in very bold and interesting manner. But the protocol is about to introduce the president.
In simple terms, he sent out a message from the Liberia Broadcasting System. Simple Liberian English, clear cut.
Broadcasting System. Distinguished LBS workers. Distinguished government officials here present. At this time, I'm honored to present to you His Excellency Joseph.
So currently, as we speak, the president is live on the LBC radio and on national television.
On the television, so it's a summercast.
Sure.
Ministers here present, ambassador, our dear friend, and
let's make sure our sound is better.
the man who is behind all of this. And the workers here, I want to thank you. All of our visitors, people who are going to benefit from the work here. I want to say thank God today for bringing us here again after several months when we came here to do the groundbreaking. You know, we live in a country and we are here to tell the Liberian people that what we are here to do this time is to begin to set up a new country, new in the sense of what we would like this country to be. Give it a sense of direction, commitment, and that's what you are doing. The sacrifices you're making to make things happen, we want to thank you for it. But in particular, I want to thank our Chinese partners for their commitment. They promised and they are delivering. We went to China, they recommitted themselves, and we see the rate at which the work is progressing. We are very grateful. But one of the ways to show gratitude to people is to use what they gave you properly. And your own contribution to help them achieve what they promised. And that's what you are doing. Dedication. Sometimes people grade you by what represents you. And today, I want to say thanks again for having a conference such as this that we can be proud of. A place that represents a country that is going to celebrate 178 years. And that's our determination. Every day and night we work to make this country respected, to give you people hope, to believe in your. But something is inside when you contribute to make it. In fact, he's going to appreciate it more because he's taking it from the very start. Never before are we going to have such a broadcasting station. And I have said, let ELBC not be a government broadcasting station. It should be a public broadcasting station. So when you were talking about the people, the dialect people, you know, even though they do it in the dialect, but of course, that's what we are. We are dialect people. So that's who they represent, and that's what the country is about. We want everybody to hear their people speak. You don't know what we accrue to what we're doing today. I take a small example that you will contribute to the budget through the diet. The people in the market, they handle our local currency. By the time you look, it's mutilated and we have to replace it. They will teach them how to handle it. They will teach them sanitation. Even they don't know it. They will make them a part of their society. That's what we want to do. Bring the people on board so we all can understand that this is our background. That's where we are. It will unify us. It will help us to understand who we are, where we're going, and appreciate our country. So I want to thank you all generously. We are not making big promises. I want to say that if you want to see something work well, you have to contribute to it. Since you have made a sacrifice, you will take your case to the right people that work here. You done it not for money, but for your country. And that is more important. And we are here to support you. That's why we're trying to do the best to put the right general of this place. All of us need to support what is happening. I like to be part of a country that makes me proud. Every good thing I see somewhere else, I say I wish we were in Liberia. That's the spirit I have. And we hope we build that spirit. If we do that, we'll be even afraid to throw people in the street. We'll be afraid to litter the streets. We'll be proud of our country. And I know you are doing that together with us. God bless you. Thank you, DJ. As always, you have my support. You have my support very much. Tell us, and we try to work with us within the system. Thank you again.
His Excellency President Boakai there speaking to staffers of the LBS, speaking to a score of Liberians who are here to witness him touring the Liberia Broadcasting System.
Obviously, it's important to note that he acknowledged the workforce here at the Liberia Broadcasting System, and of course the work that's been done here. The work that he's doing here with the I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. I'm just going through. I'm just going through. So yes. The president. Yes.
Mr. President, hello, my name is Master Talu, and
everywhere.
witnessed any improvement in the infrastructure and everything about LBS?
That improvement, I see a new ELBC everywhere. And I'm very grateful for that.
So what does it say about your commitment to taking your government to the people?
It's not a talking issue. We mean it every day. We talk about it. We want the Liberian people to become proud of their country, and that's the job that we are here to do. I've told you people over and again, I'm not here for presidency. I'm here with a commitment to build a country that will represent our people. And for those who used to ask me, what is it you're going to do as president that you couldn't do as vice president? Tell them the race car is now on the racetrack. Yeah? And we're moving this country.
Mr. President, my name is Edward Tamba, and thank you for the support to the national broadcaster. I just heard the testimonies from the Director General. You have attached so much interest in the national broadcaster in radio and television. Why is that so, Mr. President?
Because I want the public to be informed. I want this country to be a country that will learn the truth. We have too much garbage on social media. The trouble will come from here so that the Liberian people will know. And we are going to support that fully.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. That was His Excellency.
Yes, that was the President of Liberia responding to questions there about the national broadcaster. But first, I think that was a brilliant question.
Yes. That tells you that the president, knows you, sees you, even though you are invisible. But
and the president said he sees you everywhere. Let's just see that cloud. They are informally at the Liberia Broadcasting System television. Sisi, welcome to your home.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. LBS is so whatever is going on here, I should be a part. This is why I'm here.
And I'm happy to see you back. Is that you have not forgotten your roots.
I will never forget LBS. LBS is my root.
Thank you so much, Sisi Clark is a current police spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. Ambassador Ba, how are you, sir?
So we have the Presidential Press Secretary, Fofana. Welcome to
Welcome, Madam Fofana.
LBC.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to be here this afternoon or this morning.
So looking at the visit and as a communication person, what does it say about the president's communication team?
Thank you very much. I think this is a very important part because, you know, when the president went to China, but this was one of the commitments of our Chinese counterparts, specifically meeting the president of China, that they will help, you know, to support our communication processes. And the construction of this complex will really mean well for the Liberian people. And as you listen to the president, he wants Liberians to know the actual story. And time has passed that we will support individual and not institution. The president is committed to supporting the national broadcaster so that everyone in Liberia can hear actually what's happening, not just hearing but seeing, because what we've learned that the work you all are doing on television, taking television to our people so that people will not just say but they can see the workings of the government and they can interact with the president. This for the president is a very important and he's committed to doing that.
Madam Fofana, not many presidents normally come to the national broadcaster even though it's a government run thing, but this is the second time President Boakai is making a visit here in less than a year. If you sit with the president, what does he say about the media? What does he say about the national broadcaster specifically?
You know, for a very long time, public institutions, especially radio, are used by politicians to control the narrative, to say this is what's happening or to calm down on dissent. And this is a way in which the president wants to make sure he has an open government. It's one thing to say I'm having an open government, but it's another thing that the people themselves can be a part of that driving process. And this was one of these efforts. And this is not going to be the last time, and this is the second visit. He was here when, and you saw, in fact, one of the most important things the president did mention on the opening of the studio, that he wants the Liberian to be involved, and he himself want to come and talk to the Liberian people about changing the narrative, showing the Liberian people what's happening. And I think this is a very good thing for our communication side, and we are committed to supporting all of you, and not just the national broadcaster, but all communication institutions. But the national broadcaster must be supported to do the work that they have to do.
Thank you so much, but before I let you go, there's an improvement on the project, and the president has always committed to supporting the national broadcaster. Are we hoping to see something in the budget for LBS and maybe salary increment for employees as well?
I can speak to that, but we all work with the president.
And of course, the Chinese team will help us to get the new technologies.
Final question from me. We heard the President Xi last focus that Liberia-China relationship has now moved to a strategic level. What does that mean to the common Liberian watching? What strategic mean? Does it mean bread and butter issue? Will it put something on the table?
Yes, good question. Thank you for asking. The strategic partnership not only means that both countries can cooperate on a number of issues internationally, but also this will bring tangible benefits to our Liberia friends. Say, during last year's FOCAC Beijing Summit, China provided treatment of the zero tariff for Liberia's products on 100% tariff lands. And this year, China expanded this treatment to all the African countries with diplomatic ties with China. So I think this will bring more tangible benefits to not only Liberia friends, but also to African peoples.
Ambassador Yin, my name is Anthony Williams from State Television. You are about to equip LBS with state-of-the-art equipment and television equipment. Are you also thinking of spending some money or making some investment in human capacity building, because the staffers here also have to get themselves familiarized with the brand new equipment that you are bringing to Liberia?
Thank you. Yes, and this is this building is for the LBS, and I think this not only covers the building, but also there will be some training programs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Director General, please, can you have an interview with us, sir? Mr. DG, this is the second time the president is visiting you. You feel lucky, don't you?
I don't think I feel lucky. I think it's just his statesmanship in play, because when you give people a little work to do, you want to check on them periodically to make sure the work is being done. So that's why I always say this is big people government. When mature people give you work to do, later on they will check on you. Have you done this work? Have you done this? Have you done that? And what you see is statesman's craft in motion. He gave me a piece of job to do, and he came and broke grounds for the first phase, and now he came today to inspect the work, and he was extremely pleased, very excited, very happy. In fact, along the hallway he asked, have you people been working 24/7? These were the words of the president. He said, it appears that you people have been working from Sunday to Sunday, complete 24 hours a day. And I think that credit goes to the workers, that credit goes to the employees, because they themselves have kept this compound clean. They've worked so hard to make LBS what it is today. And we are proud to take our position as the #1 media entity in the nation. We're proud to take that position.
Mr. Director General, I want you to break the news, because this project has gone more like 85, 90%. Are we expecting it completed in the next few months?
Definitely this place will be ready for use. Hopefully by November, you will be in a complex that will be housing 7 studios. 7 studios. And instead of the 500 kVA, you will be using 1 meg. That's what you will be using. And we will have a 10,000 kilowatt transmitter broadcasting where people in Guinea, Sierra Leone, La Cote d'Ivoire can hear us.
DG, you also made mention of the arrival in country, a brand new broadcast van, OB van for LBS. When do we expect to see that on display?
The van is in town, but it will be on display when it gets on display. We don't want our colleagues to say you guys are overfinanced. No, we're not overfinanced. We are workaholics, and when we set out to work, we work, because that's what we're here for.
Mr. Pagong, the Chinese ambassador, I know we had an earlier conversation. You visited China, and you looked in his face right now and you said, look, can I give us this kind of beautiful building without training? So far, only one person who is currently in China is undergoing training. To address the elephant in the room, you think, what are you looking at when it comes to training? Because you can have a beautiful car, nice one, a Ferrari, Bugatti. If you don't have a driver, that car is useless. What is it you want the Chinese people to do for you if they're watching us?
Right now they're always watching, and you heard us share a joke, him and I and myself. What we joke about is I spoke at the Chinese graduation at the University of Liberia, the Confucius Institute, and I said that the shoes the Chinese has given us has become small because we've grown beyond the shoes. And he took that statement seriously, and one of our deputies in China undergoing training, a lot more to follow. We got 3 months to go. They have a commitment to help us with training. We're looking forward to them training us, but the group that will come to install the equipment will begin the first phase of the training. So, but we're going to send people from here to China for training. It's just a matter of time. But they're not going to give us this new complex and not train our people to operate it. I can guarantee you that that is in the works. It's just that we're not ready to spill the beans. Not yet.
Mr. DG, you sound worried about the welfare of your people with the money being owed by the CSA. You making direct mention about the CSA's boss, Mr. Joka. You want to further emphasize on that?
No, I don't think Joka is holding the money. I think Joka have some stringent measures in place for hiring. Why it's true, you have to respect that. It's also true that the system needs to run. So by the end of this month, if these people are not hired, half of them will have to go and sit down. It wouldn't damp our work, but it will cripple us sufficiently. The impact will be felt by the Liberian people. Last year we had a budget that was approved. The money was given to us. The money was never utilized for the purpose intended. I want to make that explicitly clear. And this year again, the same thing is happening. We've gone 6 months. For an entity like this to spend $15,000 United States dollars on paying contractors who have already been selected to be paid by government, and the money made available, I cannot wrap my head around it. It makes no sense to me. So as a result, many of what we have to do we have to table it, and everybody thinks we're performing beyond and above the expectation, but we can perform even better. Right now we have vehicles that are down, even though they run around the city. But if we're paying $15,000 to contractors, we're capable of having pickup trucks, right, running to the southeast, doing everything they're supposed to do. But we're kept down. So again, we're appealing to Jokai. By the end of this month, we're hopeful that these people will be hired. It's our money. It has been given to us. It must be used for the purpose intended.
Thank you, Mr. Director General.
I don't know.
Thank you so much, Mr. Director General. He's the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Anthony, I want to ask you, what's your impression?
Well, I mean, first off, I've been carried away by how speedy this project has been in terms of the construction. It was given a 2-year duration, but we've not gone half a year yet. I mean, I can say we just have a year since it started, and they've made this massive, efforts on it so far. So I think I can't speak for the rest of us, but I think I'm actually impressed with the work that's ongoing.
I'm even more impressed when the Director General says that they're going to be housing 7 studios. You can imagine what they're going to do for the web.
Instead of the international level style television studios, that's what this place will be hosting.
And I'm also very happy, Anthony, that the Chinese ambassador has also committed more trainings, because it's important for the staff.
Specifically, because come to think of it, you can bring state-of-the-art equipment here, and then the staffers don't know how to use necessary sufficient training to use these equipment.
But also, it's important to note that, like the Director General said during the tour, that the national television by next year or so will be, or upon the completion of this project, people from Lofa County, people from the surface, you don't necessarily have to, buy a SATCOM or something. No. You can just lift up your little television antenna and watch your television. That's a big boost to the government, and that's a big boost to the national broadcasting system as well, because it tells the story of the government by the people themselves.
So definitely. So Edward, His Excellency the President was also impressed. You heard it from his statement. He congratulated the staffers also. He thanked the management for the effort they've made over the short period of time. He was just here a few months back, broke ground for this project, and seeing this massive work that has been done on it, he was obviously impressed. You heard it from his voice when he was speaking to the staff.
And if we take Juju Fagon voice for gospel, I mean, by November this will be dedicated, and obviously the Liberia Broadcasting System will have to move into that expanded 7-studio complex there to broadcast all of the government's development projects and then everything that the government does in the people of Liberia into a brand new studio and all of that. So kudos again to the management of the Liberia Broadcasting System, but more importantly, kudos to the President of the Republic of Liberia for his support to the national broadcasters.
And we also want to say thanks to you for following us on LNTV Liberia Live. It's been quite a while now since we started this broadcast. Our colleague Demora Fofana has been behind camera. My name is Anthony Williams, and this is
Edward Tamba.
Thanks for watching.